What is the biggest miracle of all time? The Torah is full of miracles. It describes the miracles of the 10 plagues, the miracles of splitting the sea, the miracles that happened by Har Sinai when the Jews received the Torah. But what is the greatest miracle of all time? Is it the miracle of Chanukah, when the candles lit for 8 days? I think perhaps the greatest miracle of all time is you. You are the greatest miracle of all time. The fact that in today's world, with all the distractions, all the temptations, all the secular beliefs, all the atheism, there could be a Jew who still has emunah in Hashem, who still follows in the path of Avram, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, still keeps the Torah. This is a miracle. This is amazing. This is a wonder. Today's world, it's so difficult to find a connection to spirituality. The light of the Torah is so hidden from us. And somehow, there's Jews in the world that are still holding on to our tradition. This is a ness. This is amazing. On Chanukah, after we light our menorah, the tradition is to sing and to dance and to celebrate. Really, this is what we should do after every single mitzvah that we do in this world. The forces that are so strong against us, our Yetzer Hara is enticing us to do other things and to run away from Hashem and the Torah. And every time we overcome Him and we put on tefillin, we keep Shabbos, we say a bracha, we should be singing and dancing to Hashem. This is a huge celebration. That's why Chanukah, as we all know, the word Chanukah comes from the word of chinuch, which means training, education. On Chanukah, we're training ourselves, we're educating ourselves how to relate to Torah and mitzvahs in the proper way. We're bringing the light of joy into every single action that we do in this world, every single mitzvah, every single tefillah, every single word of Torah. We're bringing that light into it and illuminating all of our avodas Hashem. This is also the secret of Yosef Atzadik in this week's parasha. Yosef got thrown into a pit by his brothers. Then he got taken to Egypt and sold into slavery. Somehow, he made it up to the top of the household. And he was in charge of thousands of people. Then, he got thrown back down into jail again. But once again, he was successful in everything that he did. And he made it all the way out of the jail and to be the second commander of all of Egypt. What was his secret? The Torah tells us every single time the reason why he was successful was because he had the name of Hashem in his mouth. He was always talking to Hashem. He was always connected to Hashem, even though he's in the lowest places. This is something that's possible for each one of us. Nowadays, why is it hard for us to keep the Torah? Why is it difficult for us to do mitzvahs with simcha and with joy? Because we make mistakes. We're in an exile of darkness, and we fall to low places. And the biggest Yetzer Hara, the biggest power of evil in the world, is the power that tries to make us think that our mitzvahs are not worth anything. Our Torah and our Avodah has no effect in all the higher worlds. But through the strength of the tzaddikim, like Yosef Atzadik, who even when they fall to low places, they understand that just the opposite. The lower we go, the farther we fall, the more important our mitzvahs are to Hashem. We can understand this on a very simple level. The whole purpose of the world was to reveal Hashem's presence in the lowest places. There's many, many angels in heaven that serve Hashem with perfection. But that's not why Hashem created the world. It's not for them. He didn't give them the Torah. He gave it to us because we are down in the world of material possessions and darkness and temptations and cravings and depression and anger and all these problems and all these difficulties and the struggles that we go through. It's down in this place that Hashem wants us to do mitzvahs. So if we fall and if we're struggling and we find ourselves in a pit, we find ourselves in jail in a spiritual sense, it's in these places we must strengthen ourselves the most to do something small in Kedusha. Light one candle. Look at its beautiful, beautiful light. And then sing and dance and rejoice for that one candle that we just lit. This is the secret of Chanukah that we're supposed to carry with us throughout the entire year. It's a secret of Yosef Tzaddik. And it teaches us how we can also be successful in every single aspect of our lives and rise above all the problems and all of the difficulties that we're going through. Every single mitzvah, if we can't mamish dance out loud, at the very least in our heart, we should be singing and dancing and rejoicing and celebrating with Hashem to be able to light this candle and do this mitzvah. Hashem should bless us. The light of Chanukah should go into our hearts and into our minds. We should realize the incredible miracle it is that we believe in Hashem and we follow in His ways. And we should celebrate this with every single act of avodas Hashem that we do for Him. Amen.